Hello everyone. As you all know that Zoho CRM is an all-in-one customer relationship management solution designed to help business to automate the sales, marketing and customer support. Today we are here to discuss regarding the setup of workflow. So I'll help you with the steps for the same. Go to the settings icon in the left corner and click on the CRM settings. Here you can go to the workflow rules under the automations. On the right hand side, you have the option to create a rule. When clicking on create rule, it will ask you to select the module, whether it is opportunity, lead, contact, account. For now, I'm selecting the lead module. You can here name the rule name. Let's say I wanted to send an welcome email. So whenever a lead comes in, a welcome email is to be triggered. Welcome email. I'll click on next. Now it will ask when to execute this rule, whether it is on record creation, date or time field, record score or record notes. Now, as I wanted a welcome email to be sent, so I'll select on record creation and here it will ask create, edit or delete. So create. If there are any certain conditions for which I want to send, let's say if there are any leads coming from the Facebook source. So what I can do is I can select over here lead source is and select the WhatsApp, Google or contact us, whatever the option I have, or right. Let's say if I have a Facebook option in the lead source field, I can select that. For now, I want for all the leads that are there. So all leads done. Then there are multiple options you will see over here. Now, I want to notify. So email notification, welcome email, leads welcome email, as there is already a template created and I'll just select this and associate and click on save. This is how this works. So whenever a new lead comes in, they will get an email. Let me just create a lead. I'm putting any of the random age. Since these are some of the mandatory fields, I'll just fill those. I'll click on save. So now a new lead is created. Since it is duplicate, what will happen is I'll go to the timeline and I show you that welcome email workflow rent. So I'll just show you one thing. Over here, I have not entered the email ID. However, if you will see over here in the timeline, email sent to Swaraj. This was the scenario because while setting up the alerts, actions, additional email of Swaraj was added. That is the reason. If I create another record over here, let's say Nana test. Select any of the ages, cases. and click on save. Now you will see that email, when triggered, will be sent to this email ID as well as to Swaraj, because Swaraj is an additional recipient set in the workflow actions. Now, going back to the workflow setup, while we were setting that workflow, we had multiple options, multiple actions such as field update, assign owner, tags, notify, activities, create record, webhook function. Let's say whenever a lead is added, I want that to assign the lead to certain other users. I can do that. I can have the assignment rule established with this. I can select the rule. For now, there are no particular rules created. If there are any certain categories, I can do that. Moving ahead, I want whenever a lead is created, a task to be created for my sales team. Assign task. Then I'll select what sort of task I want. Let's say I want a task to be created. Call hashtag. I want lead name, let's say MB name, trigger date plus 0 days. I want on the same day it to be triggered. Then is status, priority, task owner. Who would be the task owner? If I want Japjeet to be the task owner, I'll select that. If any reminder is required, I'll click on this. Whether it is on email, pop-up or both, I'll select that. Task status, active. If I don't want a reminder to be set up, I simply want to notify, I can select that as well and associate. So what will happen is whenever a lead will be created, an email, a task will also be created for Japjeet and he will be notified for the same. Similarly, we can have add meeting or we can schedule a call. Then coming on to next is create a record. With the help of create a record, I'll discuss this later on. If I want to add any of the tags, let's say I want to add a tag to a certain lead when entered based on different sources. For now, it is all leads. If I want different tags based on different sources, that can be associated, right? For now, I'm just clicking on save. Moving ahead, I'll create another workflow for the deals module. That is the opportunity. Let's say create or edit. Next. Stages closed one. Whenever a stage is closed one, I want another record to be created for the same with, with respect to the same deal. There can be different scenarios. Let's say if you are giving an home to someone on a rent, right? You have a business for the same and you wanted to raise multiple invoices. You want different deals to be created for the same, for the record purpose. So you can have multiple conditions added. Let's say whenever a deal is closed one, you want to create a new record on every month or however you want, you can have that set up. Simply going on a create record, you can select over here a module. Let's say I wanted to select a new opportunity to be created. When selecting, it will ask you with which layout you want, who would be the assigner, if you want a new assigner or the assigner of the last, then you can last deal, you can select that. What would be the name? Let's say I want the same name of the opportunity name added, new. That can be done. Any static value or reference to the last, you can do that. Then moving ahead is if you want any of the additional fields added based on the opportunity module, you can do that and simply click on save. Now what I'll do is I'll just create a opportunity for your reference. Let's say I go on to the opportunity module. I'll just take the reference of any of the reel that is created. I'll just mark this reel as closed one. For now, it was for different pipeline. What you can do is you can also select over here different conditions for, let's say I want to have it for a particular pipeline. I can do that as well. I can select from here the respective pipeline, right? For now, I'll just go back. I'll select closed one. On selecting closed one, you will see that another record is triggered. I'll show you the timeline that workflow create a new record. The same name with the word new has been added. See, this is how it works. So far what we have discussed is regarding the field update, assign owner, tags, notify. Let's say if the deal is at a particular stage, this has been reflected. Now I'll just make changes in this. If the deal is at negotiation stage, I want deal owner to be changed. For now, you will see that deal owner is Motivist test user. Right now, I want this on to Japjeet. What I'll do is I'll just make changes in this workflow. Let me just close this. Let's say working on the same workflow, or let's create a new one. I'll click on record, create new opportunity, update deal owner when on stage negotiation, right? See, record creation, create or edit. It's on edit only. If I want, I can just simply have on create or record stages, negotiation, assign owner, Japjeet, right? I'll just show you as well. I have saved this function. Now going back to this, for now it is Motivist user. Here also it's on interested. I'll move this to negotiation. Let me just edit the pipeline first. Or let's just create another record. For now, I am just having it as appointment booked. Now I'll change this to negotiation. On changing it to negotiation, see, owner has been updated to Japjit Singh. So this is how the owner updates. So going back, I'm just selecting any of the random module, let's say contact, record action, create, all contacts. So field update. In the field update, what we have the scenario is if we wanted to update a field, let's say I want a field to be updated. So what we can do is we can have the different conditions set up and accordingly move on that. For now, I have not added any condition. Let's say lead sources, employee referral. I want field to be updated. So what I can do is I can select which field I want to be updated. From here, accordingly, I can name the field update name. Similarly, going ahead, assign owner, tag, notify, activities, record creation have been discussed. Then moving to webhook and function in case of any custom function. Let's say a developer has created any of the custom function and we want to associate the function with this workflow or any of the webhook based on certain conditions. We can have this done with the help of workflow. We can associate the functions with the web or the webhook with the workflow. Or if there are any actions we need to be can be done with the help of Zoho Flow, we can have that also associated from here. Then we, after selecting on this, it helps us to select with which application we want. Let's say I wanted to move ahead with the big commerce. I'll select that. On clicking on next, there will be an option to choose an action, whether it is to update an order, create customer, create record. So with whichever option I want, I can move ahead. Let's say this. Then I can select the connection if there is any connection or I can create. So this was all about Zoho workflow. So majorly what it is used, we can use it for is field update, assign owner, tags, notify activities, create record or associate any of the webhook or function. Also, if anything needs to be done with the help of Zoho Flow, actions done by Zoho Flow, we can help that in setting up. I hope this video was useful to you. Let me know if you have any concerns. You can reach out to our website. Thank you so much. Have a good day.